Jeremy, how are you doing?
Pretty good, Coach. I got two questions. The first one, just about this road game. It's been a while since you guys last won a road game back at the end of March. How is the team reacting to just getting back on the road where this team has actually seen significant amounts of success this year?
Yeah, I think just getting back playing. It seems an age since we last played. I think there's a freshness, there's a hunger. I think you saw it with some of the teams on Wednesday night. There was probably a little bit of rustiness. You look at Toronto; they've not played for 3 weeks. I think they didn't play the last game because LAFC. Definitely in the first half, you saw some rustiness from them. You get the 5 compulsory days off. You want the players to switch off both mentally and physically, and then there is a gradual adaptation back into training and games. I think we're ready to get back playing. We're ready to get back competing. This team, I think the way that we finished against San Jose was disappointing, and now we've got to kick on with the second half of the season. I think I said it after the last game. This is where the points become more important, and this is where the away form in particular, we need to maintain our away form. We need to be good on the road to be successful in this league all the way through the season and into the playoffs. You need to pick up points away from home. You need to be hard to beat. You need to be competitive. You need to handle moments and adversity. And we're going to have to do that tomorrow against a team that will be desperate for the points.
Thanks, Coach. And then just another question just about how the attack has been progressing. Although Anthony's not going to be able to play, Ariel Laster's not going to be able to play, what are just some keys that you're looking for from whichever attacking group that you put out onto the pitch tomorrow?
Well, we're not going to change. We're not going to change the style in which we play. All our left-sided players are out, but Omir Fernandez has been a brilliant pickup. I've got to say, he's come in and from day one, he's settled in straight away. He replaced Anthony in the last game. We've been really pleased with how he's come into games, how he's impacted the training and the games. So we're really pleased with him. We're not going to change the way we play, the style of football. We're going to look to dominate the ball, and we want to be a goal threat. I felt at the start of the season that the goals would be probably more harder to come by, but I think in the first half of the season, I think we're still up there in goals scored. Da Costa being named as an all-star, give the whole team a lift, give David a lift, and we're looking forward. We're looking forward to the game tomorrow.
All right, we're going to hand it off to Sam Spiller. Hey, Coach. Kind of building off of that question, you mentioned Omir Fernandez probably likely to come in and step in for Anthony on that left wing spot. He's a different type of player, a different style of player than Anthony is. How does integrating a new player like that, or a player that maybe doesn't have as many reps or as much familiarity with the rest of the midfield, how is that? How do you facilitate that process, or how do you make that easier, kind of on the players like Da Costa or Santiago Moreno, who have been starting week in, week out?
Yeah, well, I think one of Omir's biggest qualities is throughout his career, he's been that guy that's either started or come on, and when he's come on into games, he has that incredible ability. He picks up the game and the momentum of the game, the speed of the game, the balance of the game really well. It's a real good quality to have. I think he's got really good football intelligence. He's played left wing, right wing, number 10 and centre midfield plot for us in his time since he came to the club. That tells you everything you need to know about the kid. He's been a real breath of fresh air, I've got to say, and I think he's waited patiently for his moment. And I think you look at the next 6 games, we're not going to have Jonathan, definitely not going to have Anthony back. We may have Laster back at the back end of this 6-game run. Is that there's hopefully going to be good minutes for Omir to play. He's ready. We've played 2 systems this year, 3-4-3 and a 4-2-3-1, and I think he fits into both systems really well in terms of the positions that he excels in.
Thanks. And building off of kind of what you said specifically, those different formations and lineups? I know you said you want to keep the game style the way you want to play the same. Is the formation, or at least how you're going to line up initially, is that definitely is it a case-by-case, game-by-game basis? Or is there a new system you're trying to implement? Or are you trying to keep things as consistent as possible, like you said, with all of these key absences for the next couple of months?
I think consistency is the key. We want to, you forget systems. The people talk too much about systems. Probably is that we have a game model, where we want to overload in certain areas, and it doesn't matter what system we play in. The way that we play 3-4-3 is no different than the way we play 4-2-3-1. It's within football nowadays, within games, teams are playing different systems. I actually don't think there are many systems in football anymore. There's just interchanging adaptations of systems against each opposition that you play. So, and the thing is that we have also got two centre forwards that we've rotated and that are really going to be key for us over the next. I got them in last week, and I said, we're without Jonathan, we're without Anthony, and we're without Ari Lassiter now. So it's time. It's now time for the two centre forwards to really take a big jump forward. And alongside Omir and Santi and David Acosta, we've got 4 or 5 players up front now that need to deliver. And I also got the 4 centre backs in. And I said, defensively in the box, you're doing well. I said, but there are 2 boxes in a game, and we need to start. You guys need to start scoring goals. And so I've challenged both ends of the pitch really in terms of the need for goals and the way that we want to play.
All right, Coach, we're going to have time for 2 more questions. We're going to start with Adam, and then we're going to go with Aaron. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Coach, news yesterday that Gage Geta got called up to the first team. Can you just talk a little bit about your plans on using him if he's capable of playing that left wing slot? And also, is there any other Timbers 2 players that you're planning to utilize through this upcoming stretch?
Well, I mean, Gage has probably deserved this. He's deserved the MLS contract 100%. He may, since the San Jose game in the US Open Cup, I think he's shot right to the front. I actually think he's going to put pressure on Kelsey and Pipe Mora. I think that highly of him. He's an out-and-out centre forward. He is a beast. He's a bull. He plays with no fear. I think he's going to be vital over the next 6 games, or for the rest of the season. I think he's going to be vital for the way that we want to play, the competition for places, goals. And I think when me, Ned, and Jack Dodd looked at sort of like his progression, every level he's come from. He's gone from college where he scored goals, then he went to T2 level and scored goals, then he came up to the MLS in pre-season and scored goals. Every level he's gone up into, his performance levels have risen, and we've made him wait. We've made him sort of like remain hungry, and I think against on Saturday he's a big player for us. He's going to be vital for us. And in terms of the T2, I think we've had 4 or 5 T2 players training with us the last 4 or 5 days because of injuries and players away on international duty. And I think we've got 3 or 4 players in that team now that are ready to help us, support us whenever we need.
All right, we're going to go to Aaron Henson.
Hey, Coach.
Hi, Aaron.
Just a quick question about Toronto. What do you guys think you need to do to manage them on Saturday?
Well, I think they're a dangerous team because you watch the last 5 or 6 games. They've been in every single game. They've either been winning or drawing or just losing by the odd goal. They've been in every single game. I watched their game on Wednesday night, the first half, after not playing for 3.5 weeks. It's you can say, I know that Robin said after the game that he wasn't happy with the performance, but 3.5 weeks without a game, you can train as hard as you want, but that repetition, that competitiveness. In the second half, I thought they were fantastic, and they played with real energy. They're at the point in the season where they're going to have to go for it. They need points. They want to challenge for that playoff spot, and there's no sitting back in these games. Home form has been a little bit iffy for them recently, so I think they will see this game as a game that they will want to compete and get 3 points on the table. So it's a game where any game away from home is difficult, particularly when you cross to the East Coast. We're ready for a difficult game. Toronto is probably, if you're talking about away venues, Toronto is one of my favourites. Went there with Miami. I was there with the Canadian national team. I love this. This city is a beautiful city. They love their football, and I'm really excited for the game. I think TFC are a really, really good organisation that are just going through a little bit of a difficult period, but they've got a really good manager in Robin who's had success at this football club in the past. And we need to make sure that we give them no confidence, that we make sure that we're concentrating on what we do. We play our game, we play our style, and we get the points on the table and take the long journey back to the Pacific Northwest.
All right, I think we're going to wrap it there.
Thanks, guys.
You, Phil.